friends, welcome back to my channel. I am just as surprised as you are to know that I am doing a Bath & Body Works haul. I got sucked into the buy two, get two, plus I had some exchanging to do. There's a whole story, so I'll leave timestamps down below in case you want to jump around. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with what brought me to Bath & Body Works in the first place. So as you guys know, if you saw my recent Bath & Body Works trash talk, I had two candles that were total duds and needed to be exchanged. So I had recently gone to Maine for a couple of days to see my parents, and I had like a couple of hours to kill, so I went into the South Portland store, which is the only store I believe in the state of Maine, and I smelled it. I went in, I like smelled a bunch of candles, ended up picking two, plus I was gonna get a pocket back, and I went up to the counter to exchange, and the woman said to me, "Do you have your receipt?" And I said, nope, don't have a receipt. And she was like, "Without a receipt, you're not able to do an item for item exchange." And I said to her, "What, why? I've never heard that before. I've done this in the past where I've had a candle that doesn't burn correctly and I've exchanged it for another candle." And she was like, "Without a receipt, we're not able to do an exchange. These are retired candles." And I was like, it doesn't matter if they're retired candles because you can't resell them anyways. Like, they're burnt, they didn't burn correctly, and it doesn't work. She was like, "All I can do is give you value based on what it would be without a receipt. It would not be an item for item exchange." And I was like, you know what? I was like, this is really frustrating. I said, because every time I come to a Bath & Body Works, I feel like the policies are inconsistent and they're different and they're always changing. And she was like, "Yeah, this policy changed like a couple of weeks ago." So she started doing my like exchange, and I was like, no. I was like, I'm not gonna do an exchange. It's like, I'm actually gonna go ahead and call corporate. So I left because I'm not normally like an outwardly vocal person in those situations. But I was just really annoyed by the whole thing, and it's not necessarily this girl's fault, though it is because she was incorrect, but it's more the sense of this is kind of always Bath & Body Works shtick, is that what happens in the store and what happens on their social media versus what happens online are not all the same, and it's just frustrating. So as I was walking out of the mall, I called the 1-800 number and I talked to somebody, and they were like, "Oh, what store were you at? Because that's incorrect. You should be able to do an item for item exchange." So I was like, well, there's only one store in Maine and this is it. So she actually put me on hold because she had asked me if I was still at the store, and I was like, no. So she put me on hold and she was like, "I'm actually gonna call the store right now. I'm just gonna have it go on like a brief hold while I do that." So then I waited, I think like, I don't know, 7 minutes maybe, and she came back and she was like, the girl was so apologetic. She misunderstood the policy. And I was like, yeah, whatever. She was like, "So you're welcome to go back today if you would like." And I thought to myself, like, no, I'm halfway home back to my parents' house. Like, I do not feel like going back today and dealing with this. And she was like, "And, you know, sorry for your trouble. Here's a $15 gift card." And I was like, oh, that's an unexpected plus. So then I never went back to the one in Maine just because I didn't have time. So I then went a couple days later to the one here in Massachusetts, and they were still running the buy two, get two. So I figured with the $15 gift card, if there were enough candles that piqued my interest, I would just go ahead and do it. So I did, and then I also had a couple of hand soaps that I had found when I was cleaning out my parents' house before they moved. My mom didn't like the scents, I didn't like the scents, so I was gonna go ahead and exchange those as well. So I exchanged 4 items, bought 5 items. Let's go ahead and talk about what I picked up. So first, I picked up 2 hand soaps. I grabbed, no surprise, Aromatherapy Love Vanilla and Rose. This is a really lovely scent. I'm obsessed with this scent right now, so I figured I'd go ahead and get it in a hand soap. And then I also smelled Cucumber and Lily, and I really liked this. In fact, I'm pretty sure they also brought this out as a candle. I couldn't find the candle when I was in there, so maybe it like came and went, or I just made that all up, but I really liked this scent as well. So I think this will be nice, just sort of spring scents to have, because I don't really have anything besides hardcore summer soaps in my closet. I also purchased a pocket back, which is super unlike me, but they had rose water and ivy. I don't think this is brand new. I had heard about it, but I hadn't seen it in my local store. So when I saw it, I was like, yes, you come home with me. I'm probably gonna use this right away in my car, which is where I use hand sanitizer most frequently, but I'm real jazzed to have this. Like, my whole world is becoming roses. It's kind of a problem. Okay, so now let's move into the candles that I got. First, I grabbed another one of the Aromatherapy Love Rose and Vanilla candles. It's like a real problem, intervention needed. I was going through my remaining candle stash and I had a number of rose water and ivy, but not very many of this. And to be honest, they're similar, but I prefer this scent. So I went ahead and got not one, but two. I did not want to get two. I mean, I say that, but I'm not unhappy about it. I really wanted to get different ones, but I just didn't like a lot of the candles that they had. A lot of them were just super basic, like cactus blossom, peach bellini, vanilla, blah, blah, blah. Like, a lot of the selection I feel like is the same over and over again. So I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna be basic, may as well get two of my favorite candles. So I did. I also picked up a hot fudge sundae. I thought this was gonna smell a lot more like hot cocoa and cream, but it really just smells like chocolate sauce. And that's wonderful. Like, I absolutely love this. I really hope it has a clean burn. I haven't really seen a whole lot of reviews on this line, so I have no idea, but it smells nice and strong, so totally hoping for good things. From that same line, I got the white caramel cold brew. I know, in my heart of hearts, this is not gonna go well. It's such a light scent. I'm gonna be really surprised if I feel like it performs well. But I just couldn't resist it. I was like, oh, it smells so good. And I know if it doesn't burn well, I'll have no one blame it myself, because I'll know it's not going to work out. But, oh, I love scents like this, like the soft caramel scents. I really am a fan of it. So fingers crossed this isn't a total nightmare. Additionally, as per one of your recommendations, I picked up strawberry pound cake. I don't know if I would have picked this up on my own had you not recommended it to me, because I don't know if I love strawberry scents. I don't know. But I say that, and then I was obsessed with the raspberry macaron candle, I think it was, that they came out with at like winter semi-annual sale 2 years ago, and I wish I had more of that because it was such a stellar candle. So maybe it'll be like that. I'm holding out. But the pound cake and the strawberry notes are both very apparent in this scent, so I don't know. We'll see how it does. There were not very many of this left in my store, so that must mean that it is popular right now, so here's to hoping that I have good performance with it. And then the last candle that I have is Casablanca, a lily. This is like a classic scent that I typically pick up. I either get one of these or a like lilac, fresh cut lilacs. I do enjoy that scent. And I thought about getting one of each, but I was like, nah, I don't need that much. This just seemed a little bit different, so I thought I would go ahead and try it. So that is it for me. These are all the things that I unexpectedly, truly unexpectedly picked up. I guess we can give a shout out to terrible customer service for assisting me in today's purchase, but that is it for me. I'll talk to you guys in the next video real soon. Bye.